Next article. This is from Anderson Cooper 360. And you're going to see a lot of that today. A lot of mainstream, even mainstream news sources are chiming in on this. It's entitled U.S. Felony Charges, Big Fines for Reporting Within the Gulf Oil Spill Zone. Anderson Cooper is quoted saying, "We're talking about the government, a new rule announced today backed by the force of law and the threat of fines and felony charges. A rule that will prevent reporters and photographers and anyone else from getting anywhere close to booms and oil-soaked wildlife in just about any place we need to be." By now, you're probably familiar with the cleanup crews stiff-arming the media, private security blocking cameras, ordinary workers clamming up, some not even saying who they're working for because they're afraid of losing their jobs. Well, the Coast Guard today announced new rules keeping photographers and reporters and anyone else coming from within 65 feet of any response vessel or booms out on the water on the beaches. Violators could face a $40,000 fine and Class D felony charges. And again, if you want to go watch the video, I'll give you 2 links here. You can do that. Now, we're going to listen right now to a little clip. I actually just heard this today from another on-the-spot observer down there reporting on what's going on. And I'm going to let this load here. Okay, so we're going to play this clip for you, and this is a guy named Matt Smith being interviewed. He's kind of on the site reporting regarding the Gulf oil spill. Tonight.
So tell me, is there anything that is going on that's real pertinent that you wanted to share with us right away?
Yeah, it's it's a scary situation down here. I was pretty naive 3 weeks ago. I think not only to this situation, but to the state of America as a whole. We came out here to originally shoot a documentary, the Project Gulf Impact one, as a human interest story, and we very quickly realized that there's a lot more going on here, and the cover-up is so, the magnitude is so indescribable that it's still hard to even talk about, but I'm doing it. And the things that I'm learning are so incomprehensible to some people that, they're having a hard time digesting it, but I'm learning a few things while I'm out here, and I'd say the most pertinent thing is that I believe there's going to be an evacuation very soon, and that people, and not a friendly one.
Wow. What's the mindset in the people around there? I mean, we like to refer to them as either they're awake or.
So if you didn't hear that, I believe you said I believe there's going to be an evacuation soon, and not a friendly one.
They're sleepers. Are there still a whole lot of sleeping people there?
I like that. I like what you refer to them as. Yeah, unfortunately, and this is one of the hardest things that's going on right now is we have so many sleepers. I'd say about 70 to 80% of the people here are sleepers. I was on a show last night, and I was talking about the fact that I think it's sort of like the people who are from here are treating this like the death of a family member. This whole spill, everything that's been going on, and they're still in the first stage, which is denial. And it's going to, I think, be, in some cases, deadly to these people if they don't get out.
So he's referring to the people on the site. The majority of people there is sleepers, and referring to them as like in the first stage in the death of a family member, where you're in denial. A lot of these people have lost their livelihood. They've lost their jobs. They're going to be losing more family members, or family members are going to be becoming sicker, and it's just all too much for them to comprehend. So they're in denial regarding the situation.
Out of that state very quickly, and not to be an alarmist or anything, because trust me, I'm not, and I wouldn't even be doing any of this if I didn't believe this and know that this is true.
Hey, same here, man. Same here. Yeah, I was listening to the archive on the show, getting caught back up, and I wanted to hand it to you. You made an excellent analogy with the people's reaction. It's as if someone has died, someone close to them has died, and they're still like lost. It hasn't hit them yet, And
exactly.
A lot of those properties are probably like, generations owned through their family for generations, and nobody really wants to just turn their back on the property that they have. And I mean, I'm sure there's like all sorts of things that weigh on your mind when it comes to an evacuation, but I'm telling you, man, I'd already be out of there. Is there anything you want that maybe you forgot to add from last night that you wanted to to bring this up to date on, up to speed on?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I really want to communicate here to everyone, two things actually. One is this is not an evacuation that's going to be happening in a couple weeks or a couple months. I have it to my knowledge this is going to be happening in a few days to maybe a week. So really, it's unfortunate because yes, it is hard, and yes, I completely understand the how difficult it must be to let go of all those things. But I do know people who are doing it because they are aware and they are awake, as you would say. And the second thing is, it's unfortunate that this is not being viewed as an American problem. It's being viewed as a Gulf problem. And it's probably a worldwide problem, actually. And that is something that is so crucial and so critical, and people are just oblivious. I've had people, call me a liar saying that there's not even oil out here today. That was a new one, but that it's a lie, and regardless of what your